Hello, my name is Amaury Guénan, and I'm going to walk you through today the integration of Google Analytics inside Shore Booking Widget. So I'm referring to the Zendesk tutorial. You have the link below in the comments, where you have a full description of how to integrate Google Analytics inside Shore Booking Widget, including revenue data. So in this tutorial, we're going to look at a more simple way to integrate the tracking, because we're only going to look at the event tracking on a successful booking. So what I have done also, and you also have the link in the comment, I have created a Google Sheet document where you have all the important information that you need to set up both in Google Tag Manager and in Google Analytics. So first, we're going to create a different variable. So update our Google Analytics variable, which should already be there if you have Google Tag Manager. Then we're going to get the different data layer variable for the event tracking. Then also we're going to create our trigger. Our trigger will be used for the Google Analytics event tag. Then of course we're going to create our Google Analytics event tag, and we're going to create what is called conversion linker in order to track conversion across domain correctly. And then the very final step will be to create our goal in Google Analytics and test, of course. So the first thing we want to check here is the Google Analytic property variable. So this is the one you should already have in place. And we're just going to check a couple of settings. So first, the tracking ID, of course, it's your tracking ID. And then the field to set, you need to have anonymized IP set to true. Of course, we're dealing with anonymized data here. The allow linker field needs to be set also to true. This is important for cross-domain tracking. And talking about cross-domain tracking, you have a field below called cross-domain tracking. And here you need to enter your website, of course, not mine, comma, shore.com, because that's where the booking widget is hosted. Now that everything is set up for your Google Analytics variable, we can go on by creating the new data layer variable. So you can go on in the document and just copy the information we have. So first, you need to get the event action, which is the condition for the goal. So go back here, you create a new variable. It's called event action. And of course, this is a data layer variable. It's here. You save it. You take the event category, which is the second condition of the goal. The event category here, and it's a data layer variable again. You save it. And the last one will be the event label. And it's a data layer variable again, and save it. Okay, so now you have all your variable in place. So now we're going to focus on the trigger of your Google Analytics tag. So you go to trigger, and here the name of the events that are happening in the booking widget is called event to GA. So that's the one you need to trigger. So if you go back, so you create a new trigger, and you will call it event to GA. And this is, of course, a custom event to GA. And you can leave it like this, it's fine, and just save it. Okay, so it's done for the trigger. Now you need to create your tag, your custom event tag. So again, I mean, we don't have to copy anything there. We can just move on with the creation of the tag. So we'll call it Shore Booking. And it's, of course, a Google Analytics universal tracking. So be careful here not to choose a page view, but it's an event tag, of course. And here the three conditions. So we'll take the different variable that we created and that are coming from the data layer. So here, event category, it's here, event action, it's here, and event label is here. Now, in the tutorial, the Zendesk tutorial, you have the information how you can push revenue into this tag, but here we will not set it up. Of course, you need now to integrate your Google Analytics property. So we have the right property ID, and then add your trigger. And your trigger here will be event to GA. You save, and we're done with the tag. Now, since we're doing cross-domain tracking between your website and Shore Booking Widget, you might want to add what is called a conversion linker. So the conversion linker, what you need to do is, of course, take your website plus shore.com, because that's where the booking widget is installed. And we have a template for that. So you create new tag, and we'll call this one a conversion linker. The template is here, conversion linker. Of course, we want to enable cross-domain tracking, and we're going to auto-link domain. So here again, your website, comma, shore.com. We need to add a trigger, of course. And here, just to make sure we're targeting every kind of situation, we will put all page plus event to GA, and then we'll save. So now we're completely done with Google Tag Manager. So don't forget, very last step is to submit all your changes. And we'll give it a name, Shore Tracking. So now that we are done with Google Tag Manager, we need to create the goal inside Google Analytics. So I've already created the goal. We're going to look at the setup. So you will need to choose a custom goal. So for the goal, again, I'm reminding you where it is. It's in the admin section, and then you have a subsection called goal at the view level. And here, so we create a custom goal. We'll continue. Of course, we need to add a description. And then it's an event tracking, not a destination goal. It's event tracking. And then these are the different conditions for the goal when a successful booking happens. So the category will be booking. The action name will be widget. And here it's important to have begin with, because you have different scenario where the action name is different. So you have to choose begin with widget, and the label, that's the very final step of the booking process. The label will be booking-success. And that's it. Now you can save your goal. We are now in the real-time report of Google Analytics in the conversion section. And that's where we're going to see if everything works fine and if we can actually see our conversion. So I'm going on my personal website where I have a page where I have a Shore Booking Widget, which is installed. So I'm just going to do a test booking to see if everything works fine. So I'm opening up the widget, selecting a service, also a time. I will give it a name. Yes, just a test booking. I'm booking everything. And this is our thank you page. So now I'm heading back to the real-time report and Google Analytics. And what I see, I just got a booking. So everything works fine. I can see also the page where this is happening. If you go to the traffic source, you will also be able to see where your booking is coming from. So I want to point out here that you might not see the correct source straight away. You might have to wait a couple of minutes before it appears. So not in the real-time report, but you can go, for example, in your conversion goal report, and here you will be able to see the different source. So yeah, in real time, this is happening. It's working fine. If you have any issue setting this up, please feel free to come back to us and we will be happy to help you. Thank you very much for listening.